Hello, this is a Diamond 4 Orisa VOD review, and the post on this one said they wanted to figure out how to deal with their teammates getting picked so fast, and they were just having trouble putting everything together as tank. So we'll go through it. We did kind of end up behind our team there. The two options you have are to take here, which Genji's already here, or take here with the new map. Is a pretty safe spot to be. Your teammates can see you, and you're basically getting to pressure people or pressure people out. And with Spear Spin, you can do that basically for free and take no damage. If you're afraid of like the Wu Yang poke or the Echo Stickies, we can just Spear Spin through all that and get here with 0 damage taken. So. And that is a really fast pick, to be fair. Usually it's not that fast, but at least if we come up here sooner, we might. Even if we choose wrong, technically, like this is the side that got the pick. Even if we were here, maybe we get a trade by being up here faster, but... And that makes it 4v4, but... He can peek us now. If the teammate was alive, he would pay for this, because he'd be getting shot in the side, but... There's also, we just happen not to have our spear. But when it comes back, it'd be better just to go left as soon as you can. And you're trying to either like go left here and put them into the wall, or go left here. And that way you can put them into the wall. That stun against the wall is what keeps them off you. So we might have got the stun there, but it was very close if we did or not. But we'll just go the next fight. And this is just everyone respawning. Unlucky miss, but yeah, if we got him into the wall, that might even get us a kill on him, but... He's low on resources, so we can keep pushing. You might push to here. If you're thinking, how do we move up? You might push to here, or you just keep going this way. We shouldn't just stay here and fortify, because that's our big ability that we can use to like run people down, or if they're pushing us hard, but... So this is kind of a little bit of hesitation when you had an opening, but... We're probably gotta wait for fortify a few seconds. And now we can move up, we can even spear spin. If we want to make sure we don't take damage, we can spear spin here or here. I kind of like here, because that way the Ram and the Emre don't have a hiding spot anymore. Because Orisa has good range. If you get here, then they're got nowhere to hide, and you can basically win off just good trading. But this side's kind of fine too. I guess that's a cheeky little check, but yeah, we can do the same thing where we walk through here and spear him into the wall, but... Oh, he got a pick. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Your teammates are getting picked pretty fast, but just the tiny bits of sluggishness make it a little more likely your teammates get picked. If you're more decisive and you move up and you pressure people more, then that pressuring is... what makes them less likely to pick your teammates. There's really no way to completely stop it, but they're making the most of the fact that you haven't been pressuring them very hard or moving up very fast. So that's spear spin. I guess if we're trying to knock him off, that's fine, but we can just be doing damage. And it's also an option to just straight up walk by this guy, because we notice our Genji was in for a second. Pink-haired lady, I forget her name, jumped over us. If you think you can bypass the Ram to get these guys, that's fine, because Ram has blocks, so... Oh, he's gonna get bailed out. Yeah. But I think there was a chance to actually help your DPS on the back line, because Orisa has no fall off, so... Okay. And Genji gets 2. That is decent, but... And about that, we had a little bit of time to wait. I would have just kept shooting the supports, try and force a fade, or Wu Yang's movement ability, and then once you force those, then you chase them with Spear Spin and ult, because they have their abilities. Yeah, they're predictably just gonna leave. Yeah, where'd Moira go? Okay, she faded out. Okay, so yeah, you got nothing for that. If you had shot out a movement ability first, you could have gotten a limb, but... Good poke damage. And we saw where they all are, so it's kind of like we got 3 people that were back here, and then a frontlining Moira and a Ram. So I want you to take a guess why she used this ult. And it's just because the tank wasn't doing anything, and she's basically using this like a Moira ult or a Kitsune to just help you guys through the choke. But let's just go back. Like, I was waiting till you actually saw the people, not just the outlines. Yeah, because we're seeing the people back here, frontline Moira. There's really nothing stopping you from just spear spinning to here and shooting the Moira out. And then from there, that Ram is in a crossfire without Moira help, and it just falls apart for them. So we were way too safe just hiding here. We're the tank. It's very hard to push us out of good spots with cover, so. And your team tries to ult us through. I don't know what that spear spin was, unless you were trying to knock him off the map. The spear spin just does not do a lot of damage, so you don't use it as like a damage combo tool. He's full HP. Look for another target if you can. Do we have anything? Yeah, we have an Echo on top of us, and we've got supports that we can run down. So yeah, we've got better options. We backed up. I think the better thing to do is just go forward. Orisa, you've got full health. Spear spin. Your supports can see you if you come here. And you're basically just getting in a cage match with these supports because the Ram's over here. So it's actually safer than it looks to come forward and kill these guys. We're kind of going to reset. DPS in front of us again. Not a good thing. Well, not like our hit scans in front of us, which is not a good thing, I mean. Like, and yeah, they're going to run us down. Ram can just block this, so... Yeah, we missed our chance to actually get trades, and we missed our chance to take space. And like I said, the more you pressure these guys, the less likely it is that your DPS are going to have to try and do it themselves and run in. The more you push up, the more pressured the other team's DPS are. They're a little less likely to get picks. It's basically just a percentage game, but... And I don't know why we went back in there, because, yeah, we're definitely down 3. So that's a tough reset.
I will never rest.
And ideally, our team would wait for us, but... There we go, the Ram overextended. And I don't know what that backup is. We know he used his Nemesis. We know we have Fortify. We have the advantage here. We should be melee range. If Orisa gets enough of a resource advantage, where, okay, they don't have cooldowns, I do... Just literally run in their face, melee range, and shoot them in the head, where you basically can't miss the headshots. We're gonna do it. It's just gonna be like hesitating and slow. And I don't like we have this instinct again where we want to run back here, and I gotta say why. There's nothing wrong with here. Your healers can see you. And you get a crossfire on these guys, so just stay here. instead of backing up. Because what you did is you took all this damage running across the point, and the people who were shooting you moved their crosshairs back onto your supports. So you basically just made your supports a target by accident by like running over here. And yeah, now we're gonna try and run back in after our Juno tries to like help us back through, but okay. And are we gonna get a touch? No. And now we're fighting, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't show the spectators the next point, but it's probably that, yeah, okay. Good job shooting the Moira. And I guess we were trying to kidnap him, but yeah, we can just be shooting him. And that's just a bunch of ults. We'll see what happens next fight. Because now we got a Sombra. We're stacking with the Sombra. We were stacking with the Genji before. It's like, let your flankers flank. If you go with them, then it's kind of like you're taking away their advantage of getting to flank because they're just looking at you, but... Okay. Okay, that Sombra just feeds. And this is a case where you might have just wanted to spear spin, fortify, take here, just take the control of this part of the map, and then force out some abilities and then ult. It refreshes your fortify, and you might, after they use their movement abilities, then you can suck them in and get the LM. Because he's just gonna leave, but... Oh, never mind, he ran into the wall or something. Okay, nice catch. And that's like the first aggressive play we've gone for. And even if you died there, that had been a good play. Because you took all this attention, you got your final blows, you got in their face. There we go, we're getting our confidence. Yeah, Orisa's at her best when she's straight up just in people's faces, killing them. Especially with Fortify, it's something you can use to run people down, but... We just haven't been doing it or trying it until now, really, but... And he gets picked, that's just his fault. And this is a whole lot of nothing. We already won. And you might want to charge a spear again because we knew they're coming, but yeah, that's just unfortunate. You were taking an important part of the map, so if they avoid you, go this way and pick your team, it's like really not much you can do about it, but decent spear attempt. The one thing I want to say is that it was close, like your teammates just died, but if the teams are on top of each other and they dump ults first, just trial and error. It almost never works if you use your ultimate. Using your ultimate late usually only works if you see your team successfully fled from their ults, but the teams are on top of each other, so this is a tough wasted ult here. Because it'd be pretty hard not to win with our ult next fight. And it's easy to say in hindsight, but yeah, just rule of thumb, don't use your ult if they've already dumped ults and the teams are on top of each other. So. Okay, and we don't get to touch. But yeah, the main thing was just you weren't quite taking space enough and pressuring the other team. They were able to kind of be relaxed, stand still, shoot at your team, spam the choke point you were all hiding in. So that kind of makes the other team look good, and it makes your team look a little worse than they are. They had their moments where they were bad, but if you don't pressure or take space, then your team's going to look worse than they are while they try and desperately get you through the choke. So I hope you see that, and that helps.